So you have no idea what stocks to look at in the Singapore stock market? Good news. In today's video, I'm going to share with you just 3 stocks. Hey guys, Joey here, top tier advisor in Philip Securities and Chief Trainer at Trading Impulse, right? So just 3 stocks I'd like to share with you today, and these 3 stocks have came into my watch list over the past few months, and we had some good bullish signals coming out on my system as well. I have one GT, one good trend system that kind of like filters out stocks for us, and we had some good bullish signal coming in, right? So I'm going to share with you just these 3 stocks which you can also put in your watch list to potentially ride a little bit more upside. So we're not seeing any exits signal coming out in these 3 stocks, so you definitely want to watch this video all the way to the end to find out what it is. I think you're going to like it. So the first company I'd like to share with you would be this company called Q&M Dental, right? So this company is kind of like operating dental clinics in Singapore, right? It's a private dental healthcare company. So I think some of you might even have gone there for to fix your teeth and all that, right? So this is Q&M Dental. So Q&M Dental has been quite a good, I would say, uptrending counter, and we had a couple of good signals coming out, in bullish signals coming out, since like early of the year, somewhere in like February, we got a bullish signal when it was like about 45 cents, push up a bit, we got an exit, it was like consolidating. You can see we had another signal here, started to push up, but more importantly, right, what happens was just recently on the 14th of June, right? 14th of June. So today is the 2nd of July. So it's about like 2 weeks back, about 2.5 weeks back, we had like a new bullish signal coming in, and we kind of like broke that 72, all right, 72.5, 72 resistance level, and the upside really started. And now we are like about 0.83, and there are still no exits. So I'm going to do a quick analysis of the charts again to see where we are and what are the potential targets where we might see a bit of profit taking coming in, right? So clients were also alerted, all right, and we take a look and see where can we potentially hit to. Let's take a look at the chart right now, all right, for Q&M Dental. Right, so this is Q&M Dental. You can see we're about 0.83, all right, 0.83, and today is the 2nd of July. The market is about to open, all right, and this is where we are right now, right? So 0.83, and I would say we can see that we have kind of like broke above that 80 cents resistance, right? So 80 cents was actually our first target we have drawn when we kind of broke that 72 level. We actually had a bullish signal somewhere around here, as I mentioned, somewhere around here, and then we broke this 72 cents resistance and started to push higher. So there's some signs of a good uptrend forming, all right, and eventually we hit our first target at 80 cents. And yesterday we kind of attempted to break this 80 cents resistance level as well, right? So right now we can potentially hit towards that 90 cents level. That would be our second target that can be joining near 90 cents. We might see a bit of profit taking, with the fact that we have gone up by more than, I would say, 20% in a couple of 2 weeks, right? So we might see a bit of profit taking coming in about 90 cents. I think if you're holding on to it, you can also think about locking in some profits near that. Most importantly, I think if you've kind of like got in somewhere around here, I think for some of my students who have kind of like purchased it when they saw, on the system as well, we actually had a signal. So those who have purchased early, you're probably making some money. So what you want to do is to protect your profits, right? Probably set a stop loss just a few bits below 80 cents, right? So in case you to like break back down, you still make money. But right now, if you're to push higher, we can also raise our stop loss to protect our profits further, all right? And also think about taking profits near that 90 cents, right? So this is Q&M Dental, right? One of those good, I would say, uptrending counter that has kind of like broken out of its 72 cents consolidation resistance that has been kept below for like about 3 months, right? 3 months we kept below, and finally we went above that level. So there's a good sign of the uptrend continuing further. So the market has just opened, right, and you can see there's a new green bar right here, right? So let me just change this red line to green in color. I think that would be the new support right now. So 80 cents was a resistance, as I say, was our first target, was hit. So that would now be the new support level for Q&M Dental. So anything above that 80 cents, I think it might dip a bit. Some people might want to take some profits, so it might actually dip a bit and kind of like stage a rebound from that 80 cents all the way up to that 90 cents second target that I've just drawn again. So guys, let's move on to the second counter I'd like to share with you. And guys, if you like this video so far, go ahead to smash the like button. It will definitely help out the channel, and thank you so much for doing this, right? So let's talk about the next counter, and this counter would be Tuan Sing, right? Tuan Sing, I think some of you may have heard of it before. This is a kind of like a property developer, right, in Singapore, all right, and yeah, looking good. We had quite a good bullish signals coming in, quite a good uptrend, and this is the system that we have that kind of like filters out stocks like this for us. And we actually somewhere around like February around that 30 cents level, we got like a 1GT. So 1GT stands for one good trend. Basically, it's a strategy that I have that we kind of like, ride the trend and kind of like maximize our profits along with the trend. Right, so we had kind of like a bullish signal somewhere in February, went up a bit to about 37. Another bullish signal as it kind of broke up right here, all right, then it was consolidating, and then finally it went above that 44, 45, and the upside kind of like started a bit faster, right? So this is where we are. We had a bullish signal here. There are no exits, so let's take a look at the charts again to see where we are and also where can we potentially head to. Okay, so this is Tuan Sing on the chart. So let's do a quick analysis. As I say, we had like a bullish signal somewhere around here. There are no exits, and we are currently trading at about 0.515 right here. So you can see over the past 1 week plus, we have been holding above this support at about that 50 cents, 0.50. This is a good, I would say, psychological support as well. You can see this 20 days moving average is still like sloping up, right? Still sloping up. You can see eventually as we consolidate above that 50 cents, this green line will eventually come up and it will kind of like touch or coincide with this 50 cent support level. So 50 cents seems like a good support for now. You can see we have been holding quite well. I think if we were to break down at 50 cents, yes, potentially back to that 45 cents, which would be a stronger support. You can see that was where we broke up somewhere somewhere just about 2 weeks back. We broke that 45 and went all the way up, so that would be a better support, I would say. But right now you can see 50 cents seems like a good support, so anything above that 50 cents, I would say this stock still looks okay in terms of the uptrend. We might consolidate from 50 to 55, all right, it's like a 5 cents range, and that is where we can potentially see a bit of consolidation before attempting to break that 55 and maybe heading towards the next upside target at about that 60 cents. That would be the next upside target. You can see from the chart wise, we're looking at a very good, I would say, uptrend in terms of the mid to long term. Look at this, right? The red line is the 100 days moving average. This blue line is a 200 days moving average. So somewhere around April, you can see that both of these two lines are pointing up. That's a good sign. But the uptrend really kind of like started when we broke that 38 to 40 cents. You can see when we broke this resistance and it started to consolidate and we broke up again. So now it pretty much is where we were like somewhere in like April, where it was like consolidating. So now it's like kind of like consolidating at a higher price level. So it might just consolidate and then eventually break that 55, and then you might see a new consolidation phase as well. So this is a healthy uptrend, I would say. I wouldn't want it to like go up every single day, then it might be a bit too scary, a bit too fast. But as it consolidates for like a 2 or 3 weeks and then starts to attempt to push higher, that is what we call a healthy uptrend. And then that's where we can also potentially ride it, raise our stop loss higher to kind of maximize our profits, and maybe even think about taking some profits as it hits towards the 60 cents or maybe the 55 cents. That is perfectly fine as well, right? But most importantly, you want to take steps to kind of like protect your profits. I think if you have like got in around here, you're probably making some money, probably have a stop loss below the 50 cents, right? Just in case you were to break, you still get out, all right? You still make your money, all right? So this is Tuan Sing here, one of the stocks that we have in our watch list still, whereby the uptrend looks okay and there are no exits, as I say, from the system, so we can potentially still see a bit more upside. You can also put it in your watch list. Okay, one more stock I'd like to share with you, and this company is called Serene-Tech, right? Serene-Tech, one of the technology companies as well, right? And we had like a good bullish signal coming in over the past couple of months. I'll not go too far, but somewhere in like December we first started, right? That's where we had a signal somewhere around like 35 cents, went up a bit, exit, another bullish signal, went up a bit, all right? It was like consolidating all the while below that 65 cents, 70 cents resistance. You can see it went up a bit, all right? But it was like consolidating, all right? But most importantly, right here, we had like a new bullish signal on the 22nd of June, all right? About 2 weeks back, we had a bullish signal started to push up, and right now there are still no exits, right? So this company is still in my watch list. I would say that the uptrend can still be intact as long as we were to hold above this new support level. So let's dive into the charts again to see where we are for Serene-Tech and where can we potentially hit to. Okay, so this is Serene-Tech on the charts, currently trading at about 0.78, right? So as mentioned, somewhere around here with a bullish signal, I think kind of like gapped up, went above that 65 cents resistance and even broke that 70 cents resistance level. And you can see right now, in terms of the trend, we can also draw what we call an upward sloping channel support line connecting all the lows since December. So I would say kind of like a very, very slow and steady uptrend, which is good, all right? Something like an ascending triangle pattern as well, as we consolidated below this 70 cents resistance, but eventually of course we broke this 70 cents resistance level. We had a signal here, it kind of broke, and now this 70 cents would be a new support level for more upside to come, right? So the fact that we have broke that 70 cents, I think that's a good thing for this stock in terms of the uptrend, pushing higher towards the next phase, all right, getting out of this like 6 months consolidation phase, right? So that would be the new support, I would say. Right now on 70 cents, that would be a very firm support. But over the past few days, you can see that 75 cents, right, 0.75, have also came up as a bit of a support. You see prices have kind of like rejected this 75 cents level. You can see right over the past few days, right, buyers came out at the day end, kind of pushing it away from that 75. So it seems like 75 cents is a bit of a temporary support right now, 75 to 80 cents. Of course, if the 75 were to break down, then it's back to the firmer and stronger 70 cents psychological support level. Right now, you can see 75 cents would be a temporary support level, and the resistance would be at about that 80 cents. That was actually our first target we have drawn. You can see that it kind of like went up all the way to about 85. Maybe let's just raise it up all the way. I think that would be a bit of a resistance, about 80 to 85. This would be something like a bearish candle. You can see right here, sellers kind of like came back to push prices all the way back down. I mean, the fact that we have gone up by, I would say, more than 20-25% in like a couple of 1 or 2 weeks. So that's why people want to take some profit, and that's why we saw some selling coming in last week, right, which is normal, right? So kind of like sold off, and then we found a new support at that 75 cents. So that would be the range for now. We say anything from like 70 to 75. I think that's a good thing. We are holding above these levels. The uptrend still looks intact. We can potentially head towards that 80 to 85 cents level, and that's where some profit taking can come back again, right? So this is 𝐸𝐵Tech immediate resistance 85, and then the 90 cents would be, I would say, a psychological resistance as well, and that's where we can potentially see some profit taking as we were to hit to this level, right? So this is 𝐸𝐵Tech here on the charts. So yes guys, there we have it. These are the 3 stocks that are still in my watch list, and you can also put them in yours as well, because we can potentially see a bit more upside. So I hope you have taken note of some of the levels that I've shared in terms of like the new support levels that have came out over the past few weeks, and if prices were to hold above these higher new support levels, the uptrend can still continue. We might still consolidate a bit higher and then attempt to potentially even break higher, right? So these are the 3 stocks, Q&M Dental, Tuan Sing, and 𝐸𝐵Tech that I've talked about right here. So I hope you like this video. If you have, go ahead to give me a thumbs up, hit the like button as well. It will definitely help out the channel. Of course, smash the subscribe button. Yes, correct. Smash the subscribe button if you have not yet done so that you will not miss out on any videos like this. So you want to find out a bit more on the whole entire framework, the 1GT, the one good trend framework that I have to kind of like get in and get out, and also how we use the system to kind of scan and pull out winning stocks in less than 3 minutes. Go ahead to attend one of those free web classes I'm still running. Alright, I'll probably put the link around this video. Go ahead, click on it, register, enter your name and email, and register for it, and I'll see you in this web class. Right. So Joey here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.